Time of the show match. Me versus Nat. Who are you going to pick? Surely there's some Twitch predictions which are going to heavily favour me. But wait till you see who we've got on our teams. And these two fine gentlemen in between, of course, get to cast it all. Jordan looks very pumped and excited about this because he's never got to roast me so hard. So let's see how this one goes, Jordan.
I don't really know what I'm going to say about this one. All I'm going to say is some of the worst League of Legends gaming ability I've ever seen has come from you, Mac. So I am definitely on Team Nat for this game.
You don't even know about what the intimidation factor is. The amount of times I've just ran it at the enemy and you're like, what are you doing, Mac? And I'm letting them know to stay in their bloody lanes. And you're like, well, why'd you die? I was like, look, I probably overextended. But that's another conversation for another time. And I'm sure Rusty's about to get very familiar with my playstyle. And at least I'm going to keep the place watered. Let's say that. I'll make sure I focus on that one to keep you happy, Rusty.
Yeah, I've casted some show matches before, Mac. I've even done it in China. I've seen some Master Yis from some celebrities, and could I just say, none of them have won. So the precedent has been set, and if you manage to break that trend, I'll be most impressed.
Wait, that's unfair. You can't tell them what not to pick straight off the bat. Now you have to help me as well.
All right, don't pick a
Master Yi or a Mumu. Yes. A Mumu support doesn't win.
Well, we'll see about that one.
Try Shaco support.
I don't think I've ever played Shaco in my life.
That was a good first time for everything.
Correct answer.
Sorry, I'm just getting in the right team. Speaking of teams, my team, they're very good. I love them. And let me introduce them to you all. All right, we've got Styled, the big man, who's going to be up in the top lane, I think. I don't have the list up at the moment. Yeah, it looks like he is. Good on you, Styled. Thanks for that. Me, I don't even have a profile picture. Never seen me. That silhouette, probably me on a good day. Sybil there in mid lane. He is going to be carrying us and running around pretending he's the jungle because I stole his position. Jungle Man somehow wanted to jump down into that bot lane. So we've got three junglers all playing pretty much out of position because I shouldn't even be there. And then Threshy on the support as well, who wanted to join Nat's team, so I'm expecting him to throw. But look, we'll have a conversation when I do jump in voice comms with the boys.
I don't really know what to say about this on Mac, but that looks like a terrible team.
Oh,
you got three junglers. You can't have three junglers on the same team. How have they done that? You haven't even got Sybil up in the top lane. What are you doing? You're the team captain, Mac. You've got to be thinking about these kinds of things, all right, mate?
He's not thinking. Is that confirmation?
No, I'm just getting told how to use a TR lobby at the same time as trying to host a show, and I think we've done it right. Maybe I'm wrong.
Look, you know what? We'll just jump straight into my lineup because I think it's going to make a lot more sense why we're seeing Sybil in the mid lane once you see who's my mid lane. We've got Why Not going there. So we've got the two junglers from Legacy going up against each other in the mid lane. That one's going to be really interesting. We've got a Melg who's, I don't really know if he's going to do anything in the top lane. It might just be pure memes coming out there.
That's Legacy's bottom lane in top lane.
And I mean, I'm just here for the memes from him. I'm glad he's on my team. Then we have Valiax, who's on jungle, which I've never seen him play, right? So I have no idea what to say. I think it's going to be good. Maybe in comparison to Max, it's going to be great. Then I'm going to be down in support with Piglet, and I'm hoping he's just going to tell me what to do the whole entire game because I'm a little bit nervous to be duoing with Piglet himself. Yeah, this him absolutely step up.
It makes a lot more sense to me, actually, this this team composition. First of all, you've got Nat in the support role, which, you know, obviously that's good. Piglet is an ADC, so that helps.
Good start, yep.
Velixis, I actually don't know what he played, but I did beat him in a ranked game.
Isn't he?
So no, in the actual game.
Oh, right.
I played against someone called Velixis in a ranked game. I don't know if it was actual Velixis, but I did win that game. So that's a negative. That's a cross in my book. Who else did we have? We had Why Not, actually, in mid. Now, isn't Why Not like a Kiana one-trick? And does he play mid or does he play jungle when he's Kiana one-tricking? Because that's a kind of important factor. Rusty, have you got the scoop here?
My take from looking at this draft of players, because I guess it was drafted, is that Why Not's a massive troll and potentially major inter. So the fact that you've put him against Sybil, you might have saved the draft, Nat. Like, you might have actually saved the entire game just by ensuring that he has to focus because he's against someone that maybe there's some meaning there. So I give you credit for that. ML up against Styled in top lane. You've got an AD carry and a support playing top against each other. I would always probably favor the AD carry just for mechanics maxing, but ML is a Bard player. So I would like to see that, you know? Like to see the Bard players come through and actually win.
No, just rip out a Karma top. Easy.
Yeah, look, I don't think we've talked strats yet in terms of who's going to be picking what. And at this point, I don't know if I just want to...
I'm not leaking any strats. I'm just getting ready to get into the game. Look, we got predictions from someone to bring up as well.
Oh,
Look,
no.
we're going to be in the jungle. It's going to get bloody hot in there. It's been a damn hot day. And I've picked myself. The other three have obviously picked Nat. That's completely biased, completely ridiculous.
Matt, taking your shirt off is not going to change my prediction, all right? Don't even try it.
I'm just getting ready, Jordan. Look, I've got to assert dominance before we get in the server. Nat needs to know who Velixis has to deal with, all right? And that's me. That's me, the big man, the jungler. I'm not telling you what I'm playing or you'll ban it. So
He's
let's
playing
go.
Nocturne.
Boys, take us into the show match.
All right, listen up here, Nat, just because I know you can still hear me even though you're not on the screen. These are the champions that you have to ban. These are the only champions that Mac can actually play to a bronze level. Everything else is iron, okay? So he's got Warwick in the pool, but I wouldn't even bother banning that because it's a terrible champion. Nocturne, that's probably a good one. Master Yi, Graves, and I don't think he can actually play anything else. So I reckon you just get rid of Nocturne, Master Yi, and Graves, and you're probably sweet. You've banned out his entire champ pool.
I mean, fair enough. She can't respond, so we've actually just, you know, we've got Elfish Guy over here who has tipped the winner and then ensured they win by giving them draft strategies. So that's one way to make sure your tips are correct. We'll see how that one plays out for you, Jordan. As I don't know if I would bother banning away max champions personally, right? Like you've got 4 pros or pro adjacent players. I believe there's a coach in there somewhere. I think that's Nat's team actually. So 4 pros. Probably better off banning some one tricks for these guys that are all in off rolls, right? You don't even need to deal with Mac. Just deal with him on the Rift.
Well, I'm just having a look. You know, I've been op.gging a few of these guys, and Velixis is Diamond 2 apparently. So, you know, you say he's a coach, but even still, he's up the top.
True.
The top sort of area. You know, it's not Master, it's not Challenger. You're not the pro, but you're still in the top 2% of players worldwide if you're in Diamond, and he's pretty high up in Diamond as well. So that's pretty reasonable. So, yeah, look, maybe there's a few things to be said as far as champion bans are concerned. The hard thing is that most of these guys are off-roll. So even if you know what they like to play, it's kind of hard to say, oh, well, what do they play in this role? Because, well, what are the chances you really know that? Like, okay, if I'm versing you, Rusty, I'm banning out Bard. But if you're playing mid, I don't know, what do I ban? What, Gragas or something? I saw you play that one time like 10 years ago in a game where you were playing for like, I don't even remember what the name of the team was, Exodus or something like that. Something that started with
Jesus.
an E.
There was Eviscerate. That's
Eviscerate,
what it was.
yeah.
But geez, that almost got lost on me.
Yeah, so yeah, I would ban Gragas. That's probably that. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like, what can you really do? Kiana banned from Max Mates. That's obviously targeting at Why Not. So there you go. There is at least some precedent being set there.
I like it. Looks like they're saying ow, not 0 wins. Just noticed that. But yeah, Kiana ban, definitely a must take away. I was hoping just quietly that we would have got Sybil on Jace versus Why Not on Kiana. You know, just to have the one trick off-roll champions on their one tricks in their off-rolls, but not going to be seen, I don't think. Graves are banned from Mac because they are listening to you.
Yeah.
Must be. They must be.
Well, you just got to make Mac's life as difficult as possible. That's all I really care about in this game. It's not about who wins and who loses. It's about seeing Mac just absolutely int on broadcast so that we can talk shit about him for the rest of the season and the seasons to come. So I don't know. What else can he get? I'm just trying to think. I mean, I'm sure Nat's still listening in, you know. So we've got Graves, Nocturne. Right. You get rid of Yi. What else has he been playing lately? I'm just trying to remember.
Do you know his account name?
I think he plays a bit of Rammus. Of course I know his account name. Let me have a look.
Yeah, let's look him up. Is it just MacMate?
I think it's MacMate _. It's MacMate. No, it's just MacMate. All right. Oh, he's been playing a little bit of Volibear. That's right. He's a Shyvana main. He plays a bit of Shyvana. Yeah. See, I'd get rid of Shyvana and Kha'Zix right now, and I reckon you've got him. You've got him easily if they don't pick the jungler in the first 3.
I mean, the team does also have 3 junglers, so I like just banning jungle champions away from literally all of Mac's mates just to see what they'll do. Jace is going to be the lock-in here. The one thing that we can say with absolute certainty is that Sybil is a Jace player. Everything else makes no sense and is confusing from here on out.
Is it cheating to pick your off-roll main in a game like this?
I don't think so. Because it's not your main, right? Like, I would imagine in solo queue, players probably have one champion in every role, maybe 2 champions in every role to be competent and still be challenger, right? But it doesn't mean that you've got the most hours in it. You've still got to have like 8 junglers to be a competitive jungle player. So I think it's all right.
All right, we got a Soraka immediately. So that's probably going to go to Nat down in the bot lane. Although you can pull Soraka out in mid, in top. There was a period where Soraka top was kind of a thing. Not sure that we're going to be getting it today, but flex pick Soraka, that's what I'm going to say.
No, I'm with you there. It could be a Nat champion 100%. She has played it before, and of my very limited knowledge of her champion pool, Soraka exists. But Emelg being a support player, I actually think Soraka top is obnoxious, and I legitimately think it's good. As Mac has gone for the Rammus.
You know, I think I might have 3,000 IQ'd, or maybe minus 3,000 IQ helped Mac here, because I actually think Rammus is probably one of his better champions. Like, unironically, you know, it's a champion where you just roll at people. It's kind of hard to screw it up. Whereas if you're on Nocturne, if you're on Graves, you know, you kind of need to have a little bit of mechanical ability, and you need to sort of not int. But even if you are Rammus and you are inting, by nature of that champion, you are not inting, you know, because people are hitting you and you kind of want people to hit you. So maybe I've accidentally helped him out here. That would be awkward.
It would be, but he's also now up against Hecarim, who you could say is an actual jungle champion. So quite a disparity there. You've also gone for a Kindred mid, presumably, for Why Not. He's the only Kindred player that I can think of on that team. So that's just what makes sense to me. We've got 2 smites also right now, just quietly, Jordan, while we're looking at the summoner spells. Well, it's normally not allowed. I'm doing it right now. Do they double jungle? Do they do some cheese technology?
I mean, you could. We'll have to see what the rest of the lineup looks like here before we get a bit of an idea as to if double jungle is actually a possibility. You know, if you go like Blitz, Thresh, double jungle, that could be pretty fun. We've got the we've got the Thresh, sorry.
Yeah, I guess you could like Thresh Lantern them to other camps faster as well. Just be as efficient as possible. Though I doubt it, Sybil probably does just play on this TR when he practices and just has Smite by default. We'll see if it changes. If it doesn't, it's exciting and we'll have things to talk about.
It could also just be a mistake if it doesn't change. That happens sometimes.
One could argue this entire match is a mistake.
Yeah. I can't believe Nat's actually banned Amumu out here as well.
Well, they banned a Mumu from her. Like, ML gets the choice, right?
Yeah.
As the first pick, so he's banned a Mumu away from Nat. And I respect that.
What else have we got? Okay, so we have the Heimerdinger locked in. That's an interesting one. Probably down for the bot lane position. I guess it makes sense, you know, you've got the Kindred, bit of damage coming through there. It's almost a marksman-esque champion, so you still have that relevance. Unless it's a Kindred ADC, which also could happen, I suppose.
Yeah, it could be. I think Why Not will want to play it. I don't know. It's really hard to discuss draft. I'm thinking right now, it would have been better if we just got the champions and
Blind
like,
pick,
deal with it. Because we don't know. What are we even speculating for? We have no idea what's going on. We know that one. But do we? Because there's a Thresh.
There's triple smite as well. You know, it's not just double smite.
It's the jungle men.
Jungle men, 3 of them. Thresh center in the bot lane, up against, presumably, Heimerdinger Soraka. So, I feel like there's a bit of kill potential in the bot lane for Thresh and Senna.
I think it's fine to speculate, but we don't know yet.
That's true.
Did Nat just random? I think it might have timed out and she randomed. I don't know. We were well past the 0 seconds, and I know there's a grace period, so I'll give benefit of the doubt that it was picked, but that looked awfully like a random.
Look, an ADC is an ADC at the end of the day. All you have to do is right-click. It's not a very difficult role. I feel like Piglet's going to be fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's also an ADC player. Yeah, he'll be perfectly
exactly
fine. You're not wrong. You're
it
not
doesn't
wrong.
matter what you put him on here. He's going to just own everyone, probably. If he doesn't.
Why not? And ML might be trolling each other a little bit here. These jungle champions constantly swapping roles, but if I were to pick I would say that Why Not's the Kindred player, so this is odd champion assignments. There we go.
See, we do know. We do know things.
We know our players. Not always, but we do.
I'm liking the engaged potential for Mac's mates, you know. You got the Rammus, he just rolls on in there, Turbo Chem Tank, Mac's a fiend. Thresh Hook, bit going on there that he can work with.
I didn't actually... Who was the top lane matchup?
Irelia versus Heimer.
I feel like Irelia hard wins that unless you max Heimerdinger's turrets, right? Because you can just use Q to the turrets and it's free stacks.
Well, it's bragging rights for the Legacy bot lane in the top lane. Styled and Emelg going head-to-head, normally brothers in arms, mate against mate. And what else have we got? We've got the two junglers for Legacy up against each other in mid. So there's that to talk about as well. Feel like there's a few rivalries. Mac and Velixis in the jungle. Can
Rivalry
only
for
imagine.
the ages.
I actually feel like Mac is just going to get it handed to him over and over again. There's
Oh,
going to be
God, I hope
invades
so.
all over the place. Velixis probably just starts at his blue. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be saying, okay, we need to invade. We need to just take the blue or the red, wherever he's not. And I'll get triple buff and then max out of the game. Easy
We'll
as you
also
like.
need to confirm these summoner spells. I wasn't paying too much attention to them at the last second, but...
No, they're
if-
all standard. They're all standard.
Okay. Damn. I was going to say, there is some crazy dark tech that you could do. I watched a show match in China. It was Jay Chou, actually. So, big celebrity over there was playing Master Yi.
Yeah.
He ran Teleport Smite.
Yep.
And at level 1, they warded the enemy red buff. And so he started his own red and instantly teleported to the enemy red and stole it and then walked back to his own jungle. I was like, you're a madman. Like, that's insane. And then years later, we've now seen some junglers in the LPL doing Teleport Smite.
Well, get yourself hyped up, Rusty, because we've gone straight into a pause. And do you want to know whose fault it is?
Looks like Mac.
Yeah. Have a look down in the bottom left of your screen. It's Mac. He types, "My binds are wrong."
Oh, come on.
Who is even changing their binds in League of Legends? Let's be real. You've got Q, W, E, and R.
He's
That's all you
bronze
need to
2.
press.
What binds can help a bronze 2 player?
It's a good question. Maybe the problem is that he's changed his binds. Maybe that's part of the reason he can't actually get out of bronze.
Do you use Smartcast?
Yes.
Do you reckon they both use Smartcast? Nat and Mac?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I think Mac does. I'll give him benefit of the doubt here. I do know, by the way, that a certain producer of this show plays on locked camera. Not to name names, but if you search Witherby on op.gg, you'll find him.
Oh, you've just upset Mr. Witherby, and there's an entire another best of 5 to play after this. I can't believe you would upset the gods of the LCO.
All right, well, Mac's got his shit sorted, hopefully. Although, just in
No,
the
he
game.
really doesn't. It's
Probably
just the
not
bindings.
everywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope things go well for Mac and Nat. But exactly what we wanted to see. A bit of an invade early on in the piece.
Is now a good time to mention, because they're not finding each other, that the game Chiefs in Order starts at 7 p.m. For anyone who's wondering what is going on, I feel like we should mention that.
That is a good point. And there's already a big advantage for Nat's team. They
They
managed
committed
get
to the
some
play.
damage in mid. Oh, this could be bad. See, this is it.
Oh, she's big-brained it.
Piglet's
for
probably
now.
said, listen, jungle is dirty. Don't go in there.
Oh, no.
No, they don't check. They don't check. Piglet's got a big brain.
They've been spotted on a ward, so under their noses.
Honestly, even doing this is scary, I reckon.
They're committing to the blue steal more than anything else, as
Look.
you would expect from 3 junglers.
This is a MacMate play if I've ever seen one.
Does he expect his own blue to be stolen? Is that why they've done this?
Possibly.
Or is he just killer instinct of a human?
Maybe a bit of both.
Just raw testosterone and invading only.
Actually, Piglet and Nat haven't even pushed this bot wave, so they don't even have prio despite being there first. Which is probably not what you want against the Thresh lane. I'm sure, like, if I'm playing this Thresh right now, I know Nat is on Soraka. I'm killing Nat at level 2. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And if my name was Threshy and I was playing Thresh, I'd be pretty sweaty right now as well. It feels like there's some reputation on the line. Maybe a little bit too sweaty from this champion choice, but here they are.
Yeah, well, he's got Flay now, and actually Max going for the level 2 gank. He's flashed. What an insane madman. First blood. And they've gotten rid of Nat. Man, it's just so easy. But in the meanwhile, his jungle is being eaten by Velixis. So, look, he gets his bot lane ahead, but he's getting himself behind.
I've got an angel and a devil on my shoulder telling me a couple of things here. One of them is, yes, prey on the weak targets, Mac. It's a smart strategy. The other one is, why would you do that? She's the weak target. But meanwhile, top lane. I'm guessing that's exactly what we said would happen, right? You have Heimerdinger turrets, you're level 2. Okay, oh my god. We're just going to need to back-to-back replay, I think. Why not is literally Narnia, has warded between the turrets.
I'm really not sure what's going on right now. But it is 3-0 favoring Team Mac, and I am about to get my prediction wrong if things go the way that they have been. Let's get a replay from the top lane. Look, Emil, I mean, he nearly lived. He actually nearly lived. But Styled is just too good.
He legitimately just played it right. There was 3 turrets that hit a full crossfire onto a stunned Irelia, but it's a Heimerdinger.
Well, here's some more damage. Going both ways, actually. I don't like versing Heimerdinger, I'll say that much. Styled has got the kill, but he's still a level behind. That just seems unfair to me. But anyway, let's see what happens here in mid. Why Not gets aggressive onto Sybil. And he goes for the tower dive. And he's just bad. That's all there really is to say about that.
Mac, mate, blink and you'll miss it. He's back in bottom lane almost like he never left. He's not here to jungle. He's here to gank bottom lane and make Nat's and Piglet's life absolutely miserable. I'd say actually so far so good, to be honest. He's doing exactly what you'd want from a Rammus.
Ah, well, we do get a little bit of a response from Velixis. You know, Diamond 2 jungler. Don't want to get out jungled by whatever Mac is. Bronze something. So he needs to step up here, and he's been able to have some impact. Maybe he can take the game away from Mac. Why not? Does not have flash available, but Mac's gone under the tower. He's a madman. So is Sybil. This could work out horribly. Oh no, they've turned it. It's going to be a 2v1. No. Mac, what have you done? You've just inted mid. You've absolutely inted Sybil.
Doesn't hit the knockback on the Q. Rolling does not connect. Presses W to slow himself down so that Why Not can chase him and kill him. Absolute mess is this jungler for Team Mac's mates. We'll see what happens in top lane. Stuns miss. Style definitely just thinking he had the kill. And then Emil does this thing where he walks into a bush and a giant horse comes along and it locks him down. Ghost, of course, means you can cover some stupid distance.
Yeah, gotta love Hecarim's like level 1 to 4, 5 ganks, where he just comes from absolutely nowhere and does about half your HP in one auto attack. Well, that's a nice shift in momentum that is actually looking like it might be going back in the direction of Nat's team. Nat T's? The Nat T's? The Natties?
Nat's tea? Nat's tea?
I don't know.
Pretty forgotten. That's how important it was.
Does Nat even drink tea? That's what I want to know. Anyway, Emil, look, this is not quite too fair for him. He's just a lonely Heimerdinger. He's got 3 people in his lane, although Mac did nothing. He did just walk around. Now he's clearing the turrets. He might die. Why Not's here? But Rammus is fast. Why is he going back up? Just go back to tower and reset Mac.
Really not sure what he was thinking. Maybe he just wasn't thinking. That's entirely possible. It is Mac playing League of Legends. Pushing at the bottom lane, there is no Nat. She's in base, has some boots. That's really the only talking point we have for this Soraka so far.
Yeah.
Got some boots.
No flash, no barrier. What do you reckon about barrier versus exhaust on supports like Soraka? I'm always a proponent of the exhaust because barrier seems like a very greedy and selfish decision. You only help yourself with barrier, but with exhaust, you can help someone else as well. And it fulfills almost the same purpose in that it keeps you alive. That's what barrier is for.
I think barrier is actually really good for Soraka and like maybe Lulu or something like that, right? When you've got double carry lanes, because the idea is help me, help you.
Yeah,
If
true.
I'm dead as a Soraka, I'm not healing you. And it's more important that I'm alive to heal you than it is for you to have heal or something like that, right? So if I was to change any summoner, it'd be the heal on the AD carry to an exhaust.
Right. Potentially. I like to take barrier sometimes on center as well. I feel like you can get some good baits with all the shields and heals that she can throw out as well when you do have barrier. Mac looks to be in a little bit of trouble. That was some good mechanics. Crisp, clean. Love to see that.
Just in his lane and flourishing. By which I mean a grey screen. Also, oh, that's a mark for Kindred. I'm not sure how many marks we've got right now. We'll have to click Why Not's head to confirm that one. You have that power, I believe. Or are you not in the game?
Oh, I am in the game. What am I looking for? The marks?
Ah, he's got 3. He's got 3.
Okay.
We're all good.
Oh, there's another all-in up in the top lane. Why Not looks to be in trouble. No, never mind. He's too good, too skillful, too powerful. And now Sybil is going to arrive, but Why Not does still have the ultimate available. Can he find a way to turn this back on his head? Sybil tried to push him out of the healing, wasn't able to do so. So now it ends up being... Oh, never mind. The savior, ML, keeps Why Not alive. Oh, my word. Too easy.
And
Poor
Harold's
Team
having a
Nat.
dance. Insane mechanics coming out. You'd say it's almost too easy. Why Not's just built different? You know how it is. Of course, it was ML coming in clutch to make sure that his ally stays alive.
Look,
This game, yeah.
I don't want to leak DMs. I might actually hold things for a moment here because Mac's going to do something dumb in a second. Never mind. He's decided to do something smart. Does not realize that he's standing on a ward, though. So that's about 3,000 IQ. Anyway, back to my original point. I don't want to leak DMs, but I've just been looking in the LCO Discord, and Dragku from the Chiefs just went, yo, at Mac, want a duo. And then 2 minutes later, he wrote, never mind. So I think he might have been impressed, and then he wasn't impressed after what he saw going out on stream.
As a support main, I'm sure Dragku feels the same way that I do. Is Styled might just be dead here. We'll see how this one plays out. He's
Yep, I
dead.
think
That's
he's
not
dead.
really surprising.
Or maybe Velixis might be dead. The death sentence doesn't connect. Everyone's okay.
All right. So what I was going to say is, as a support main, you watch a Rammus flash gank your lane at level 2, you probably think to yourself, he has hope. You know? There's a chance that this is a jungler that I would duo queue with, because that's awesome for me as the person in bottom lane.
Yeah.
It's the rest of it that has you worried. So if the game ended at level 2, I'd duo queue with Mac for sure.
All I'm going to say, Dragku, is if you're watching, I'll duo with you, but you have to play jungle, and I'll play support.
Is this Mac's first camp in about 6 minutes?
He is on 29 CS, and he's level 5. So he hasn't been really keeping up the pace with Velixis, but when are you really going to be able to do that as Rammus against Hecarim? I think MacMate is just playing to his strengths, you know? He's a jungle gank god, as you can see. Farming is for pussies.
That's what he's saying. Why Not's coming down here to say that's a lie? He also has a mark on the Rammus, so he's keen.
MacMate is doing some interesting things right now, taking the 2v1 against Piglet and Nat T. Although, to be fair, it did kind of force Why Not into a 1v3, and he tanked the entire bot lane himself. That's the power of Rammus. Nat T does use the ultimate, but cops one in response. ML with the teleport down does come in at the perfect time. Piglet gets the kill, the trade onto MacMate. ML, maybe he can turn this one around. Has got the mana available, but Piglet did not, and that damage surprising even me.
Yeah, they are going to be able to get... Oh, Melgan troubled, maybe. Sibley's going to have to wait on those cooldowns, though. So it does seem like the Heimerdinger will win the day in this bottom lane fight. Well, it is his team, I suppose, that are close to winning the battle overall. Threshy is nearby, and ML's decided he wants to actually take this fight, maybe.
Well, this is kind of Heimerdinger in a nutshell, isn't it? You want to be that bait. This time doesn't actually have Zhonya's yet, so maybe it's not as scary of a bait. Mac, you can't be there. You're 2 levels down. Press tab, my friend. Press tab, my friend. Because you've got nothing else to do right now. It's grey screen.
He's got a confused look on his face, and all
like-
I could say is,
he's
there's
like,
nothing there for you.
That's OP, man.
Nat, you can't be there. There's nothing there for you.
I'm a Rammus. I shouldn't take that much damage. I hear that a lot, not just from Mac, from all the people that I play with. This is a personal shout out to all of the boys. when you are 2 to 3 levels down against your lane opponent, do not fight. Hopefully that got the message through.
You can't tell Mac what to do. Nice try, though. I give you credit for that one. There was a lot of emotion in it. Like, you have experienced true pain.
I've experienced a lot. Here's an unstoppable onslaught. What is it? Can't remember what it's called. Unstoppable Force, something like that. Onslaught of Shadows. We got there in the end.
One.
At least this isn't a real game. Velixis, he might have overcommitted, though. MacMate is there, but is there any damage? Well, Style teleporting in might be able to do it. Dodges the death sentence. Fancy feet.
Fancy.
Here we go. Nat T helps him out. Puts the thumbs up out as well. And that's ultimate BM on the way out. Love to do that one. But I actually have the Crying Ezreal in that slot.
Just a quick check-in, because I do feel like this may be the most important thing that we'll discuss. MacMate is now officially the lowest level in the game, including supports.
And he's also probably the lowest elo in the game.
I think that's true. If memory serves, Nat isn't even ranked. So you could argue she has the potential to be significantly higher ranked than anyone.
I think being ranked bronze is worse than being unranked. Mac?
I'm not going to guess ranks either for where she would place. I feel like that is just one-way mean. But you can probably make some assumptions from why I just said that.
Well, here we go. MacMate charging up a big power ball. Look at the damage. MacMate's insane. He's caught. Why not? He's going insane. That's so easy. MacMate never... Oh, MacMate's dead. Shit.
That's definitely... Thank you for taking us through the mind of the Mac.
Yes.
Unfortunately for him, he may not know just how weak he is. In saying that, they'll drag it or go down to the other side. They're going to try their best. Mac's mates, maybe too many junglers in the game. Just maybe.
Look, the game started well for Mac's mates, but they've really lost the snowball, haven't they? Nat T fighted back well. Why not? Oh, this could be interesting. Has got the ulti down, but it's a 2-on-1. The heals come through, Jungle Man. He was holding on to summon a heal. That's cheeky.
Never doubt the man of the jungle, 29. He's in the AD carry position. The heal definitely being saved was nice. Of course, you don't want to waste that heal inside the Kindred ultimate. Healing effects actually do nothing when you're below the life-saving threshold. So something that Nat T will not have a clue about and will probably waste their ultimate during a Kindred ult 4.
Now that is toxic. Jungle Man is perhaps feeling a little bit of toxicity here as well. Velixis decides he actually doesn't want a tower dive. Honestly, might have been better off going for it, because right now he certainly seems to be in a spot of bother. But if he dodges the skill shots, he can get out, and he does.
You know, I think what matters the most is that they don't listen to us anyway. Believe in yourself. Mac, you have to believe in yourself. You can get these kills if you believe hard enough.
He's believing pretty hard. But look, he's just so confused.
I just don't know if the team believes in him. You know, if I was Mac and I was bronze, I would say I just got abandoned. He didn't. He was inting, but it feels like abandonment.
Look, I don't know what your mentality would be going into one of these games, Rusty, because as far as I understand, you might know one or two things about League of Legends. But for me, if I was coming into this game and I'm playing with 4 challengers on my team, or 4 pro players, I suppose they might not all be challengers, I'd probably be looking at it, and I'd be saying, my job right now is not die. I just have to get carried.
Yeah.
Mac didn't get the memo.
You need to be as light as possible, right? If you are definitively the worst player. I don't think that I can trust the pro players, though, especially putting them off role and against some, maybe some friends they know and they might troll against. Volatile.
MacMate's coming up with a big play right now. He's got the flash ready. I want to see him do it. Here we go. The MacMate engage. He's gone forward with flash. He's on top of Piglet. The combo is there from Jungle Man, but the damage just is not. MacMate is inting again. Nat T doing a great job just sitting in the back line there, healing everyone up. I mean, it's too easy being Team Nat. That was some damage, though.
I mean, Mac, you know what? He was creating space. He has created a lot of space to let the rest of the team put in work. I keep going to say Mammoth because the bottom lane are both, like, they both have Mammoth in their name, but it's Mac's mates.
Oh, there's a good death sentence from Thresh. He doesn't quite have enough to keep himself alive, but Jungle Man should be able to potentially pick up the 1-on-3 here. Velixis surely doesn't have enough damage. Jungle Man very, very strong right now. 4-0 and 5, charging forward, has red buff, can't catch up. Never mind, Rusty. Getting excited for nothing. Well, this is the danger because the turn is in on sort of Shadows with that fear. Not quite into tower range. Maybe that's what Velixis was hoping for. And in the end, Jungle Man might actually be able to step up and carry this one for Max Mates of Mates variety.
I don't know if there's a better player in League of Legends than Jungle Man 29 in the AD carry role. That may be where Mammoth have been going wrong through the earlier parts of this split. Why not in Styled?
Well, Why Not's got the ulti available. Doesn't have Ignite though, so can't cancel the heal onto Styled. And in the end, the burst is always going to favor an Irelia, even if it's a 2-5 Irelia.
Yeah, had the passive procced on him, so very easy to actually chase Why Not down and just deal some serious damage. Piglet just going to say, how do you do to Mac? But the 0-7 Rammus doesn't care for your arrows. He's clearing vision. He currently has the best vision score on his team. And while I don't think vision score is a relevant stat a lot of the time, he's winning it. So it's relevant now.
All right, I feel like we might need to get some chat interaction in this game, Rusty. I know there is a delay, but I want to get a bit of an understanding from those of you in chat that are watching. Who actually thinks MacMate can win and who thinks Nat can win? We're going to do the emote poll. Have you ever done one of these, Rusty?
No, especially never done it with a 3-minute delay, so this will be interesting.
All right, so we're going to spam lull if we think Mac can win, and we're going to spam PogChamp if we think Nat T is going to win. And we'll see what it comes up with in about 3 minutes' time, Rusty.
So we have to remember, it's 3 minutes, lull or PogChamps.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's a great turn from MacMate. Sets up the death sentence, but Thresh is just no good at all. Oh, that is all Thresh's fault. MacMate would have survived. It was a perfect play from the jungler of Max Mates. And if he was just backed up by a half-decent team, he might have won. But unfortunately, the best player on the team gets dogged again. Luckily, his teammates seem to be having some luck in turning the team fight back on around. Styles is going to do a lot of damage in Jungle Man. Oh, he's absolutely carrying at the moment, isn't he?
Both teams actually ahead of the clock in terms of their kills as well here. 41 kills in 19 minutes. Kinda insane, no? This is a bloody affair. And once again, after a fight like that, more blood will spill.
It's pretty par for the course for Max games. I've tuned into a few of them in ranked, and it's always like this, so he'll feel right at home. Let's see how much damage Jungle Man can actually do with one auto here. A lot. He has finished off the core build on the center. Kraken Slayer into Guinsoo's Rage Blade. That's where you start to come online, and once you get Rapid Fire Cannon, well, doesn't matter who's on the other team.
Absolutely true. He's going to be out of his mind strong. Quick soul check now that he's 2 off 60 as well, so a bit extra range inbound in 2 souls. Absolute nightmare to deal with. If we're going to be somewhat serious for a second here, it is pretty easy for them to kill him if a Hecarim gets a good ult off, but otherwise, he just outranges you all.
Yep.
How annoying.
I think it is going to be quite tough, actually, for Team Nat right now. Thresh gets a good hook. This is a decent engage. The follow-up as well. There's some mechanics for you. Oh, lucky. Velixis wants to try and force something. Knows that it's 4v4 at the moment. Styled in base. Won't get anything.
Yeah, Nat once again has been taken down. The old esports assessment lab expert proving that it doesn't always translate onto the Rift.
Oh, Velixis caught by a death sentence, but we'll be okay.
Mac's gone quiet. It's been a full minute of no deaths.
I'm
really
impressed.
Important moment. Yeah.
He's nearly finished his first item as well. So that's good to see.
He's steadily getting poked out though. Like, he is basically still irrelevant for what it's worth. I mean, this is one of those things where like Nat is always going to be at least a little bit relevant because she's a Soraka that has the Moonstone build. There is just like Rabus is doing nothing. Just nothing.
All right, Rusty, I'm seeing the results starting to come through in the Twitch chat right about now. So just get ready to get a bit of an update. We'll see how the lulls and the PogChamps do stack up. Right now I'm seeing I'm seeing about 50-50, but I think it's starting to favor the Pog champs, which was Nat. I think the Pog champs are winning right now.
Yeah, the Pogs are running away with it. Some people can't even type Pog champ properly.
I'll still count it.
We'll count it, but the Pogs are running away with it.
Yeah. So sorry to report for Team Mac. You do not have the faith of the people.
Oh, the lull resurgence.
That's true. The lull resurgence is coming through. It seems like maybe they've just been a little bit slow. Anyway, let's focus on the game. There's a fight, there's a Baron, everything's going on. Who even got it? Okay, it was Team Nat. The Pog champs are out in force. Why Not is going to survive inside of his ultimate for a moment. Mac walked out of the ultimate. He walked out of the Kindred ultimate and died. And Nat is still doing a good job of healing. Forces the barrier, running away. Nat, you need to get back in there. You need to get back in there.
You've abandoned him.
You got to help Felixus. He could have lived. Nat's just absolutely dogged the boys. She's dogged the boys.
Just admitted defeat. No way am I still going to help the rest of my team. Just goes back to base with a long walk, I must add, before getting that Baron recall off. But nevertheless, it is Mac's mates that'll come out with the team fight victory. Mac, get out of chat.
Yeah, he's turned on chat. I feel like there's some like competitive integrity that needs to be sorted out here. Can we get the admins online? Get this guy out of chat. He's cheating. 099. I mean, to be fair, he needs all the help he can get at this point, so I guess I'll allow it. Oh, he's just been timed out. He's just been timed out by LCO. Thank God. Remove his mod status.
I think getting timed out may actually remove your mod status.
Yeah, I think it does.
I believe he's actually just gone from being a moderator. And I'd say that's a pretty good punishment for someone who's now 0-9 on Rammus.
I mean, Velixis at this point is going for the triple. He's gone for the triple. He's got the double. He's doubled max CS. And he's looking for the triple now. He's only about 40 CS away.
The fact that you can hit a Flame Horizon as a jungler is... It's going to be quite a sad boys experience. Piglet.
Oh! Close. But no cigar. This time, let's see what Velixis can do. Tries to get on top of Jungle Man. Essentially, is going to need to 1v1 him. But it's a 1v3 if nothing else. It does force the TP from Styled, and Why Not is doing so much damage at the moment. Kindred's a nasty champion. Didn't even use the Gale Force there, but wish my Jace could do that much.
Mac, what are you doing down there?
He's
Your
trolling.
team's in mid.
This is where he'd be like, oh, I'm just zoning the Hecker in.
Oh,
That's
it's a
what he would
flank angle.
say.
Yeah, Dragon might be secured, but he's got a flank angle.
Well, Threshy in the mix of it. It's Why Not that they need to be focusing on, though. Jungle Man, he's not going to be able to do it this time. Gets blown up. Here comes Mac, ready to save the... never mind.
The front line didn't live for long enough for the flank angle to actually come online. 1,000 gold, by the way, is given over to Nats Tees. And they get a clean ace there in the end, actually able to turn that one around. So get their Baron, they'll get their ace. They'll start to push down mid lane, and we might actually be looking at an opportunity for one of our squads to break the base open.
Yeah, Velix is just going to alpha mode it and tank the tower. Of course, that's something you can do when you do have a Soraka on your team. So very, very good work from Team Nat as they do take down the inhibitor.
There's only one person who was looking at the screen
look
for
at
the
this.
past minute there.
This is 100% going to catch Mac. 100%. He's going to go straight to his Wraiths. The only thing that may... Yeah, there's a spanner in the works because
blue
blue's
buff's
up. Yeah, he's more interested in the blue buffs.
They've blue trinketed next to the bush. It's the 5-head strategy. Of course, there's no one in the bush.
Or is it going to catch Styled? Is it going to catch
Patience is a
Threshy?
virtue, and they've run out of patience.
Oh, they might still be able to make something happen here. Why Not sees a bit going on. He is baiting and waiting, and now he chooses the time to strike. It's a 5-on-3, and that's not fair. I've done maths before. Here comes. Never mind. Mac's gone. He's out of here. You know, he has hit the 0-10 power spike, so I'm expecting big things from this Rammus.
Absolutely. The next team fight could make or break it for him, and he's definitely at the most empowered state of mind for any Rammus player to be. He also got Sybil deciding that it's just not worth team fighting, so catch him in a side lane winning the game quietly. Definitely doesn't want Why Not to get the upper hand on this legacy jungle battle.
I mean, a lot of towers have gone down actually for Team Nat, you know, so Mac's team is still ahead on gold. It doesn't feel like it, but they are.
They just have, like, this game isn't jungle gap, but it is definitely jungle man gap as Nat.
You can't do that. You can't solo face checker Bush as a support, but I guess if you're Soraka and you have barrier and ultimate, you can. Apparently.
We know she's going to say that's a part of the plan, but we all know it wasn't. We all saw it.
Worked out nicely.
It did.
You know what's funny is Nat actually has more kills than Mac as well.
She's also 2 levels ahead of him.
As a support. It's pretty good.
I think we need to reframe this and have both of them as supports in future. I know Mac is a jungle main, but I think it's actually just kind of unfair to put him against the Diamond 2 player.
Well, I think really you just have to have them both in the same lane. That's all I ask. If we put them both top, that'd be fun. Why not's going to try and fountain dive at this point? He's so confident. Doesn't quite have enough damage to really deal with Styled though.
They'll hold the base. Why not? You know, we said he was prone to inting. That was one of those cases. He traded, so he'll be happy with it. Sybil has also almost one-hit Nat's health bar. Piglet half health. He's probably just going to chase him to the end of the earth, because that's kind of fun as a Jace, don't you think?
On a brighter note, Mac is no longer in danger of getting tripled. Sybil wants to go for the 1-on-3. This might not work out. ML just needs to hit the stun, and then he is going to be stun locked. Piglet follows up nicely. Well done. All right, 28 minutes in. We've got an inhibitor down. Mac's trying to solo Baron for some reason.
No, he was trying to clear a ward, but his chem tank has a Sunfire. Barbie's sit there. He almost died. I wonder if he was even looking.
I doubt it, but he needs to be looking right now because his team is doing great work. They've worked their way through a couple of members, and now we can actually look at the Baron.
And, you know, we've definitely been saying Mac has been inting a lot, but that little death in mid lane, while we didn't get to see it, I could assume it was a bit of an int. Irelia comes through, takes down the bottom lane, and that's tease.
Oh, why not? Didn't have ult. He was so confident I thought he had ulti, but he didn't. But he thought,
still
why
haven't
not?
cleared that ward.
Who needs to clear wards when 3 players are dead?
Oh, I mean, the jungle's alive. Smite's ready. This is not always going to be a free Baron. He's 3 levels below Velixis.
Macmate is an absolute smite god. He's an absolute smite god, Rusty. This is impossible to steal. Look at Macmate. He can't be stopped. He is unstoppable.
Oh, no, he's stopped.
No, what, Mac? What are you doing? What are you doing, Mac? The jungler was dead. The jungler was dead.
It was a Luden's proc from the Heimer. No!
Mac, this story can't get any worse. I don't even...
17 health.
I don't even have to, like, you know, there's a certain point where it just feels bad to shit talk Mac, and we're kind of at that point now.
I believed in him. I thought he would hit that smite.
I really did as well. I was actually G'ing him up. I was thinking this is going to be the absolute god play from Macmate, but he's really, really shining through right now. Here goes Piglet. Macmate's doing some damage, taking some damage as well. Oh no, Styled is overcommitted. He's dead. It's all gone wrong. Team Nat has got the Baron. Team Nat has got the mid. They're going to take mid in here. Let's have a look at the replay here.
All right, the smite, I believe, gets it to 17 health. It's a W.
It got to 1. Proc. Didn't it get to 1 HP? Can we get that replay again? I'm sure we can.
That's illegal. That shouldn't have been stolen. There's no world. Is the game about to end?
I think the game's about to end. Maybe we'll see the replay after. Let's have a look and see whether or not Nat Tees want to actually finish the game here or just go for some extra BM.
The Natty Brass. They're diving.
100%.
Hoover got it live. 1 second on Jungle Man.
Well, Velixis needs to go first, doesn't he? He can tank a little bit. Nicely done. There goes Jungle Man. They need to kill Mac again. If they can kill Mac again, then they can finish. No, Nat's seriously done. She's ready to go. She wants this game over. She was hitting the Nexus, and that is going to be that. Team Nat wins. Congratulations. We all get our prediction right, except for Mac. I'm hoping that one's going to go up on the standings, by the way, because that was an important game. And the other thing to think about is that there was also a lot of people in the Twitch chat that did predict for Team Nat as well. So congratulations to all of you. Fantastic work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, We predicted it. We knew it would happen. It is unfair, I think it's fair to say, to put Mac against somebody who is Diamond. But he tried his heart out. And unfortunately, he was 17 HP, maybe even 1 HP off actually getting that Barret and keeping his team in the game, and how quickly things could turn around.
Oh, look at that face. Look at the man. Look at the decision-making. Absolutely sublime. If only Sybil was a better player, that would have been an easy kill. MacMate set it up perfectly for him. I'm really not sure. Like, you know, you've got the best player in the world on your team, and you're just going to go and tower dive like that. I mean, why are you even playing Jace? Just let Mac do it. Let Mac do it all. Look at these guys. Mac's doing everything, and
They stole that from him.
they can barely even string a kill together without him.
Blatant steal. This one right here, where's his team? He's in the correct position. That's a blue buff contest. It doesn't matter that he's 2 levels down. He's better. He's just built different. And his team abandons him.
I can't believe it. I mean, again, you know, he's got the perfect engage right here. You couldn't ask for a better engage. You found the carry. You're a Rammus. You've got the taunt, but where's the team? That's what I want to know. If I'm Mac, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, who are these losers? These guys don't even know how to play the game. I'm always making plays. I'm stepping up, but my team just can't even look. My team just can't even follow up, and yet somehow they even keep it close. That's just the genius of Mac.
Yeah,
This
look,
one's unlucky. He just needed Styled to auto. He just thought Styled was going to auto the Baron. And if Styled would have autoed the Baron, that's what... I mean, can these
it's
guys
not
just
Mac's
help him?
fault that
Yeah.
Style tanked the rockets, right? He was accounting for those rockets hitting the Baron. The
He
smite
was.
was perfect.
He was. And by the way, I'm just taking a look back at the replay just to check. I'm like 99% sure he smited it to 1 HP. He did. He smited it to 1 HP. It healed to 14 and then to 22, and then the Ludenstock took it. So that was just fantastic. Love
I
that.
do want to take this moment as well to say a special congratulations on Nats Tees for making it to Reykjavik MSI. Big win. We did see it coming. We predicted them, but it's just so sad to see Mac go. You know, he put up such a good fight, and I really understand now, Jordan, why when he says he's hard stuck, he genuinely means it. It's his teammates. It's never him.
It is. I mean, he's just sublime, perfect gameplay. Really nothing more to say about that. I don't know. What was the score in the end? 0-11 for Mac. I can't remember exactly what Nat was on, but it was something pretty...
sure.
It was reasonable. Hang on.
I think it was like 1-6.
I've got a quick pause. 1-6-18.
1-6. Yeah.
1-6-18 for Nat. 0-11-10 for Mac. So he couldn't even go 1-to-1 in assists. That's when you know you're really in
man.
trouble.
What
You know-
could you say?
Do you ever have one of those games where you've died a lot, and then you go like 0-3, and then you tell yourself, you have this mental sit down with yourself, and you say, okay, no more deaths. You know, I feel like that's what Mac needed that game. Anyway, we've got an interview ready with our 2-star players from Mac's Mates and Nat Tees. We'll get them on the line. I think we've got them ready to have a chat here. So I'm quite interested to hear from Nat first. Let's talk to her first and see what she's got to say. Oh, we're not doing the interview. Nat's doing the interview. All right, Nat, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing well. It was an interesting game. I don't know if the comms will ever get leaked, but I'd be interested to know if Amelg's gonna turn this into a meme somehow. But I did enjoy myself. Palms are a little bit sweaty, heart racing a little bit. I see how the pros are feeling it these days. But, you know, I thought it wasn't fair that I would interview someone from my team because, you know, I was talking to them the whole game. I don't really care what they have to say. So I thought we'd grab someone from the other team. Unfortunately, the losing team. And none other than Mac himself is going to be joining me for it. Mac, mate,
Hey.
I've got to let you know, it is my first time doing a loser's interview. So I guess condolences for the loss. But you guys were looking good in that... laning phase at the start. You got a few ganks off on the poor Soraka there.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling after those ones?
I spent 30 minutes trying to figure out how to fucking turn on quick cast. And I couldn't get it. So I only towards the end started to taunt people because I figured I had to left click them, which I've never had to do because I've always had quick cast on. So, you know, first
would you
15 minutes,
say-
I'm like, why am I not taunting people? What the hell's going on? Even like with the smites initially, like I had to left click them and I was just pressing like my smite button. And I'm like, what? Why is it not working? But look, here we are. And we figured it out 30 minutes later.
Fair, the smite I would definitely not be too happy with. But the taunts, do you think that's what lost you guys the game there? Do you think it was the taunts that you couldn't do that might have just not gotten you over the edge for a win?
Well, there was one time I ganked mid, and I don't know whoever the mid player was on your team.
Why not?
I like clicked E, and he just kept running, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then he turns around and gets a double kill because I'm just like, well, why did I not taunt? What the hell? So, you know, I lost the technical abilities there. But
Technical
look,
abilities aside, how
yeah.
were the communications in the team? You know, were you guys still enjoying yourselves?
yeah, the boys were having a good time. You know, Jungle Man was doing a lot of shot calling, talking about which angles we were going for, and you know, he was having a great time down in the bot lane. Look, you foiled our plans. You went with a draft which didn't allow him to play his key ADC pick of Lee Sin, which he was going to do, and I also got target banned initially, where I was very devastated. I was like, oh no, all my favorite champs that I wanted to play are gone, so kind of got really sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Now I know how
if
pros
you ever
feel.
yeah, if you ever want to play again, we won't target ban you this time.
Oh, it's all right. Do we have time? We don't have time, do we? We've got like 20 minutes before the next game or something.
I'm not too sure. But, Mac, is there anything else you want to say to those of your fans out there that were cheering for you, and maybe even the fans out there that weren't cheering for you? Anything you want to say to them?
I think Jess just got home and said hi at me. I love you all. You know, thanks for putting up with it. You know, Graham, I did smite. There was 8 HP left on the Baron. It's okay. It wasn't on cooldown. Was it 1? Was it literally 1? The boys are telling me there was 1 HP, mate. I'm cooked. I'm so over that. It's like everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. So.
But look.
Yep.
Mac, I get it. The loss is a bit devastating, but thank you so much for joining me for the post-game interview. Now,
No
Rusty
worries.
and Elfish Guy, if you guys want to take it back away from me, we'll let you run with it.
Thank you so much, Nat.
I don't want to.
Wonderful
Keep
interview,
it.
by the way. I feel like we should do losers interviews more. You really get some good insight from the team that lost.
Yeah, look, you learned that their bindings weren't correct. You learned that they didn't even realize how close that Baron smite still was. You learned that they had to left click to smite. A lot of things that maybe we were better off not knowing, Jordan, but we do know now.
We do know. And I'm sure with such an epic matchup that we've just seen there in the show match, again, unfortunately, we don't have time for a second one today, but there is a possibility that sometime in the future, if the opportunity does present itself, we might get another rematch between MacMate and Nat T. I would love to see that, because I feel like you turn that into a best-of-3 series or a best-of-5 series, it might deliver.
I mean, there is a distinct possibility that the other team could win next time around. The Max mates could come up clutch, right? Again, 1 HP away from maybe turning the game around. So best of 5. I wouldn't want to cast it, but I'd be interested to hear the result.
All right, well, luckily for you, Rusty, you don't have to cast it at least for now. But we do have more League of Legends coming up in just a moment. It's time for us to take a break. We'll be back in about half an hour or so for the game between Order and Chiefs. That'll be kicking off at 7 p.m. So do stick around. Don't go anywhere. Stick in, enjoy the evening, and enjoy some, finally, half-decent League of Legends. Sometimes on center as well. I feel like you can get some good baits with all the shields and heals that she can throw out as well when you do have barrier. Mac looks to be in a little bit of trouble.
The flank angle.
Well, Threshy in the mix of it. It's why not that they need to be focusing on, though. Jungle Man, he's not going to be able to do it this time. Gets blown up. Here comes Mac, ready to save. Never mind.
Felixus.
MacMate is
The
an absolute
smite
smite god. He's an absolute
Mac.
smite god, Rusty. This is impossible to steal. Look at